Alrighty, what is going on? How is everybody doing today? Happy Monday morning if you're listening to the podcast version of this. Happy Monday evening if you're watching this on YouTube or Rumble or any of the video platforms or however you, consume this. Welcome to the Risen Fallen podcast. I am your host, Mark Hendrickson, and if you are brand new to this podcast, if you're brand new to this show, then what you can expect is open and authentic conversations about things like mental health, self-development, and how to get your life moving in the right direction. If you're not feeling good about where you are right now, at least having the confidence knowing that you are getting one step closer to who you'd like to be, the life you'd like to live. And if you're not new to this show, if you're a returning listener or a returning viewer, then I just want to say thank you very much for coming back, supporting the journey, supporting the cause, supporting the idea of making yourself better every single day, and along the way lifting other people up as well. And so with all that being said, whether you're new to this show or not, you are the reason that I do what I do. Yes, you. And so with all that being said, it is Saturday afternoon, early afternoon right now as I record this. Spent the morning just kind of chilling out. I did like a 45 minute bike ride, and then just did a bunch of laundry, did a bunch of dishes, washed the bed sheets, folded everything, put it all away, got the bed made, and then Teddy did some vacuuming. So it was like kind of like a chore day today. I'm going to go grocery shopping pretty soon, and then babysit the little nephew for a couple hours before heading out to a family dinner. So kind of a busy day, but I got a little bit of time right now to sit down and record, and just did a bunch of online banking and bill paying, which is kind of annoying, but I sat down in the office, took care of some stuff, and here we are. I thought I'd just sit down and record and give you guys a little bit of a new perspective or chat, I guess. Just kind of chilling out here. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm just checking. Yes, I still have one more sip of coffee here, so I'm going to rip that sip real quick, and then let's get into it. Hope you guys are doing well. Let's go, baby. Oh, okay. So last sip of coffee down the gullet, and we're feeling ready to rock and roll. And so I just wanted to, because I've made some changes in my life in the last couple of years, I just wanted to kind of talk about the journey of when you know it's time to make a change. You know, a lot of the times we think or we hear or we perceive that you need this rock bottom moment of like just ruining your life so bad and, burning everything down to ashes, or maybe the world's done that to you. And this idea that you're kind of stuck in limbo or like purgatory until you get to this point where life is so painful, existence is so painful, or at least it seems that way because something in your life is degraded so much that it's all you can focus on, that overwhelming negativity. And though obviously rock bottoms can be a huge catalyst for us, I don't think it's always necessary to burn it all to the ground just to get yourself to the point where you need a shift, where you need to make a change. And so I think that obviously if you're at a rock bottom right now, you're feeling like you are at least, then just a little reminder, obviously you're not alone, and life can and will get better for you. There's many people that have been in your exact set of shoes right now, or similar ones at the very least, and they've made it out alive. And I think that you being alive right now is living proof that you can make it through a lot and still turn your life around and make it something beautiful and see the light. And so if you're in that position, then I just want to let you know that, you're not alone. And you can reach out at any time. I'm at Risen Fallen on Instagram, or I'm sure you could, you can connect if you need to comment or whatever. Just get in touch, or just talk to somebody that you have in your life, and maybe just open up a little bit and see how special it can be to connect with somebody that you love. And that's kind of That's, if you're at a rock bottom point right now, or at least you feel like you are, then that's kind of, I don't know. I guess the advice goes the same for you. If you are, or if you're not at a rock bottom point, because I guess what I was trying to say earlier is I don't really think that, we need to have these rock bottom points to see that we need to make a shift in a different direction or a positive direction, because a lot of us can tell when something feels off. You wake up low energy, you wake up low motivation, you feel like the second you wake up, you're like, fuck, I can't believe I have to do all this shit today. I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to go to work, I have to do these chores, I have to clean the house, I have to do these things, I have to make these phone calls, I have to see my family, I have to make everybody happy. There's all these things that I have to do, and if I know what's good for me, then obviously that includes some sort of exercise, and there's all these things that we wake up feeling, and a lot of us, maybe it's not the second we wake up, although it could be, but sometimes it's kind of like a couple hours into our day, or at that halfway point, or maybe there's like an energy crash near the end of the day where we have this negative energy. And I'm not just talking about energy like feeling like you can do shit. I mean like energy, like a negative energy or a negative presence just kind of feels like it's overtaking us, where it zaps our energy, it zaps our happiness, it zaps our motivation. And we just feel like kind of like an empty vessel. And maybe it's not that extreme for you, but maybe you feel like some degree of that. Or maybe you just kind of feel this hopelessness, or like, why am I even doing any of this? And, the feeling when you look in the mirror and you think like something's not right. And you maybe have this overwhelming or overlooming anxiety, or maybe it's manifesting in more subtle ways, and just stress and anxiety in your general day-to-day life, where you're just feeling a lack of patience when you're sitting in traffic or at work or with your loved ones. And we can feel when something's off. And when something starts to go off, then we start to, like I said, have these overwhelming negative thoughts, this lack of patience, lack of compassion. You start to snap at people. You start to, upset the people around you and upset your loved ones. You start to maybe not perform as well at work. And you can see how that's the beginning of the journey, the downward spiral towards rock bottom. And your life is still salvageable at that point. In fact, you don't need to go any lower. But what that is for you, if you're reflective enough, if you maybe have some sort of an indicator of, how you're actually doing, if you can be honest with yourself and not put on a facade and say like, hey, shit's not going well right now, that is the point where you can make a pivot, where you can admit, hey, I'm not in the spot where I want to be. I'm not feeling good about this. I'm not waking up feeling confident, feeling good about my life or the person that I am. And then, obviously, after you take note of that, you have to take some sort of accountability of like, fuck, okay, I probably have some responsibility, for the position that I'm in. And once you acknowledge that you're not in the place that you want to be, and you take responsibility for what got you there, then you can start to make small steps in your life. But the most important thing is to discontinue what you've been doing up until this point. If you've not been active, if you've been eating junk food, if you've been kind of just chilling around or mulling about, or just kind of like, you like almost like you're like loitering in your own life, like not really doing anything, not really, if you were in a business doing what you're doing right now, they'd probably kick you out. They'd probably say, please leave. You're not doing anything. You're not buying anything. And so you probably feel that way about yourself, like in the business of your life, you're loitering, and you're probably like, yo, this has got to change, because it's just not really stimulating the economy of happiness. And so you've got to make a change. You got to make some sort of a change. You got to discontinue whatever you're doing right now that's putting you in the bad position that you're in. And you got to do so before you hit that rock bottom that we've been talking about. You have the choice right now to make a change. If you've been lazy, if you've been kind of just chilling around, then obviously Maybe you want to incorporate some exercise. If you've been eating some of the things that you're not supposed to be eating, then clean it up. If you've been, hermiting yourself away from having a social life and you feel like you're pushing all your loved ones away, then maybe just call them and reach out to them. Have a FaceTime, have a face-to-face, even better. Get those devices, those evil devices out of your hands and faces. But if you feel like you're lacking in any area that you think is an essential spot in your life, like your loved ones, your physical health, your mental health, maybe your financial health, discontinue any of these shitty behaviors that have helped put you in the negative position that you're in right now. Start doing something more positive. You obviously know what that is, and do it now. Do it today before you hit that rock bottom. Because there's so much potential in every single one of us. And though hitting a rock bottom can be a transformative, thing for a lot of people or a season in their life, it can kind of help shift your brain and your desires and your what you see as necessities permanently sometimes. But it's not always necessary to hit that rock bottom to make that change. And all of us do have potential to make a great change in this world and to be a light and to kind of help other people see that there is hope. And I think that is one of the biggest things that can give us drive and give us direction and give us motivation is to think about, the future communities that we live in, the future, the future world. If you know that you have the opportunity and the potential to make a positive change in the world, whether that be just in one person's life or many, I think that can be the ultimate purpose and ultimate drive for everybody. And knowing that you have that potential to literally become what could be viewed as the closest thing that we have to a superhero, when you are able to make a positive push in society, then that is the biggest driving force. That it can give you the fuel to wake up every day and say, I've got a opportunity here to make myself better, to put myself in a better position, to put my future in a better position, to put my future partner in a better position, or my current partner in a better position in the future. Think about your kids, your future kids, your siblings, your parents, the people that you're responsible taking care of, and all of us. Like I talk about so many times, we're responsible for taking care of ourselves and to fill our own cups up. But once you have that, optimum amount of fuel for yourself, it's up to us to, start to help other people and fill their cups up as well. And so each and every one of us has the responsibility to flourish and to make sure that, we're thriving, and then to make sure that the people around us are doing the exact same. And so I think that's a beautiful place to wrap this up. It's a Monday morning, and I just wanted to put a little bit of a fire in your belly. And so I just want to remind you guys that, you don't have to hit that rock bottom. Wherever your life is right now, and I know that every single one of us is flawed in some way. We all have a hole in our game, or a defect that whether it's something that consistently shifts from area to area in your life, or you have one big weakness that you consistently find to be a struggle. We all have room for improvement. And so it's pretty rare that we're always consistently excelling at every area in our life. And so the reminder that I'd like to give you, and even to give myself, is just that, consistently trying to review your life and reflect on where you're at right now and find the holes in your own game before it reaches a rock bottom point is the consistent responsibility of all of us. It's kind of like if you're in an endless war, an endless battle, because that can be what life, really is sometimes. Not just physical wars, although we do have those going on in the world. We're very blessed to live in North America here, where we don't really see that kind of stuff. But, just because there's not an actual physical war going on, sometimes our day-to-day lives can feel like that. Can feel like a battle. And so if you're consistently going to war every single day, you're consistently fighting against this negative energy, or you're fighting towards a purpose or a vision that you have of the future, you're going to get caught up. You're going to get you're gonna get your battle wounds. And I think life is no different. And if we neglect those wounds, if we don't take care of them and treat those wounds, then they end up bleeding onto others. And that's why I think that it's our responsibility to, like I said in the intro, make ourselves better and along the way lift other people up as well. And so that is my little reminder for you guys as we kick off this week. It is Monday today. Please, I encourage you guys to share this message with someone that you feel like needs to hear this. Share this with somebody that you think needs to hear this. Like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a little review. Rate it 5 stars on the podcast platforms, YouTube, Rumble, etc. If you want to reach out, if you want to chat, reach out to me on Instagram. It's @RisenFallen. It is looking like it's almost snowing right now out the window, and that makes me stoked for hopefully a white Christmas. And so on that note, I will check in with you guys on Thursday. Much love. Peace out, you beautiful human beings. I love you all. Bye.